the professional league from the open side of the scene. And of course, Esmeralda has that shield that you say just absorbs everything up, and then just giving that sense of damage, especially for a mage itself. So it looks like we have Diggy being banned from the support class, and SFI is going to go in with their first pick, which is none other than Harith.
Harith, you know, we know that Harith got, you know, nerfed for quite a while already, but still this is getting prioritized. Why? Because the damage and mobility is still there, and you know, it's something like if you don't have a Lunox, you could definitely take the Harith.
Yep. And it's a very good choice as well, because Harith, he can just juke around, he can just deal damage anytime he wants. The floor is for him, and it's open. Looks like Kufra and Guinevere will be selected by the Burmese side. And of course, you can see that Kaya and Grok will be selected again by the Indonesian side as well.
You gotta like the Diggy ban here by Venus Vixens. You know, if a particular team actually bans out a Diggy, you know what they plan to do? They want to take away, or they want to take for their side those high crowd control heroes. In this form that they have right now, they got a Kufra as well as a Guinevere for their main source of crowd control. But we also would like here the answer that was given by SFI, because Kaja, they left the Kaja open as well as the Grok. This is totally something as well, and these heroes are actually part of the meta right now.
There's a lot of A to S tier heroes from here, and if I can see from just the papers aside,
country with 9 wins and 0 losses. Come on.
That's going to be tough for Vixen. But Vixen again, they're going to go in with Lolita. Let's just hope that Vixen has a fighting chance in here. You know, even though we doubt those S-tier heroes, I think they can still make it up if they play their cards right.
Yeah, but anyway, as we head on to the loading screen, we'll have a quick recap of the lineup. For SFI, we got Kaja, Kimi, Leomard, Harith, and Grok.
Yeah, and of course for Vixen, we have Selena, Misita, Lolita, Kufra, last but not least, Psycho Ball! Guinevere in town.
There you go.
I always like that sound, you know.
I know, right? Like when you hear her saying that, you will give, or you will get that initiative to say that as well. But anyway, we're heading on to the battlefield. We're going to see how these two teams will battle off against our first series for today.
First series for today, you can see that SY is carrying the Harith, Lamia onto the Kaya, Pixie onto the Grok, Lele onto Leomont, and Caramel onto Kimi.
And for the side of Venus Vixens, we have Cleopatra for Kufra, Seiko for Guinevere, Royal, well, was this lame? For Mincetar, Shiro for Selena, and Harmony for Lolita.
It's going to Be fun to see how this play is going, but a lot of them are actually around the river area, and SFI going in early on with the jungle steal. Can they secure or steal this jungle away? Unfortunately, the big guy is still not down yet, and SFI looks like they're going to be in a little bit of trouble over here as Pixie doing her very best to go in. Nearly one kill. Kimmy will get the first blood before Grok comes in onto the kill of Lolita.
Wow, this is a good news. The first blood being given to the Kimi. We know that we want as much as possible by early game time. You want your marksman or your main carry to go as online as soon as possible. And I think what worked well on that is the positioning of the tank support onto the side of the blue team, wherein you can see the Kaja almost going down, but I think the cover up that was given by Pixie on that Grok just paid off as well, and you know, slowing down the members from the red side, also not allowing them to back away. But
oh, looks like Ko is able to get a kill with the Guinevere. SY, she needs to run away. There are at least 3 members in the middle lane, and you know, just adding towards what you have, SY actually stole the buff from the jungle.
Yes, and that is something. Look at that 2k gold lead right on spot by Team SFI in this 2-minute game time alone. And we can see the turtle's gonna go up anytime soon. Just now, probably this might be the next contestant point by the 2 teams.
Looks like the teams are going back into their standard rotations. And VV, they have to find a way to at least, you know, harass down the angles here.
Let's see.
Selena.
Potential fight.
Oh, yes, indeed. SY going in with the Harif, of course. Pixie going in with the Grog, but then it will be a call-up before Selena takes one down, and she will fall down.
There you go, 1-for-1 trade, but they're not yet done. 2v2 ongoing right now, but probably they will just be backing away. Not much damage yet to actually try to attempt to get a steal.
This looks like there's a lot of engagements early on in the game. All these early skirmishes will definitely benefit to the winning team.
Yeah.
But again, you really want to focus onto the level 4s first before going in with the fights.
Yeah, but these are professional teams, and sometimes you don't really need that level 4 or for your ultimate to become available. Sometimes you gotta secure a draft that could go aggressive, and even if you just got one skill available for your team. Just like in here, they know that they got a crack, they got a Kaja as well. Good for, you know, aggressive style of plays.
Yes, and the early skirmishes will definitely be beneficial towards SFI. It's just that whether or not can they make it out alive after a fight.
Look at that. Turret going down in the bottom lane part of the map. Oh, a steal on the turtle side. We can see a fight ongoing.
And here comes the fight from VV. They're starting off with the first blood here, but then Leomod goes in with the Guinevere onto his kill. It looks like FSI, they are going to go in with more kills down the road. Kaya will slaying down Lolita before Kufra gets the trade kill. Oh, Leomod is also down right here. And it is a double kill for Cleopatra.
And while it was actually happening, you can see Kimmy just free pushing onto the bottom lane part of the map. You can see the composition that the blue team has actually made in there. Although we see a 5-5 score right now, they are focusing more on objectives and the capability to rotate on a 4-1 setup. You know, sometimes they would don't need that Kimmy on the team fights for as long as they got the Leomard as well as the Harith. And the Kimmy will just free farming and free split pushing onto the other side part of the map.
Despite how so, we have to give credits to Vixen. You know, they played with our cards right. They actually got the turtle steal.
Yeah.
And you know, if the turtle was going back towards SFI, I think that would be a huge profit margin for them to keep.
They're trying to keep up and catch up in terms of farm in here onto the red side. But for the meantime, I think they're gonna work on trying to, you know, gank this Kimmy out, because Kimmy, they can just let this snowball. There you go, Divine Judgment.
Alright, Divine Judgment comes in here, but then of course the Violet Red Queen will be missed by Seiko. It looks like Team VV, they really want to start a fight, but then look at the top side. Top side is a lot in trouble. Selena, the Bissell Queen, she's going to get harassed by 3 members of SFI.
Kufra mispositioned right now. 1v5 situation.
And it looks like Cleopatra, he has to run away with the Kufra. Kufra will be taken down by Leomod there, and it looks like 4 members are in enemies' lines. And of course, SFI, they're pushing their luck too much. They're able to take down the turret, but then again, Selena gets a kill, and another one bites the dust onto Harif, as now Team Vixen, they are going to go in for the
Pixie.
final kill.
Pixie trying to back away will still manage to do so. That Abyssal Arrow unfortunately won't connect. There you go. The Kimi is trying to gonna try to defend this, but I guess it's gonna be too late for her to do so. But will secure a kill onto that Shiro on the Selena. This is why you would love to ban out the Kimi. You know, she can move while hitting targets.
I mean, I have to give credits to Caramel as well, just making sure that her position was really fine.
Yeah.
Her teammates were there as well. And you can see Shiro, she's trying to be a little bit over-aggressive, but Grid is just too bad for your health.
Yeah. And, her Abyssal Arrow wasn't available to actually stand out that Kimi because she tried to use that against the Grok, not connecting, unfortunately. But look at this score right now, 7-7 in terms of kill. That just actually says that both of the teams has the capability to go on team fights full on. But, you have to consider the map control that Team SFI has already. And this is gonna give them advantage, like they can rotate freely compared to what Venus Vixen can do. But this is still not, the end for Venus Vixens because you can see they can win team fights and they just have to find the right timing. Probably rotate to where they can see the Kimi would overextend.
Yep. And I feel like Kimi is having a time of her life. She's getting all of those free farming, like you did say, the free hitting. She's already level 11. She's almost 2 levels apart from the highest level of Vixen, which is Shiro, the Selena.
There you go. The stun would connect and the Divine Judgment.
Divine Judgment does connect over here. Shiro running away for dear life. Caramel will get shot down by the Abyssal arrows, but that is not enough to save her life. Selena will fall down and bite the dust. Meanwhile, Seiko trying to defend this lane as much as possible because the rest of the members of SFI, they're going to go in.
They're now split pushing in here. You can see happy times for Leomerd in the mid as well as the Harith on the bottom lane part of the map. And you can see being face checked already by Venus Vixens in here. What can they do?
What can they do is the question from Team Vixen. Vixen has to defend all lanes, but it's not enough because SFI is just putting on pressure. They say,
Leomerd.
hey, we got 1 kill. It's okay. You got another. I don't mind, but we're taking away those map controls. It looks like Guinevere is able to find a kill and Kufra as well. And SFI, it seems like they did a little mistake over here.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of miscommunication in there. Probably they were thinking that Leomerd would come and join the fight, but probably Leomerd saw that the red team was actually tower hagging, and that didn't allow them to take advantage of the map control that they have over there. So miscommunication, I think this is what Team SFI has to avoid. Although they got the lead right now in terms of gold and farm, they just can't go way too aggressive now. Look at the kill lead at the moment. It is on the side of the red team right now.
Kill lead, and then of course the goals difference amountization. If let's say SFI were to have all 5 members surviving, they could at least go for a good war and take the lot if they were
Divine Judgment did connect.
Lamia, she's gonna try to take down Royal. Royal meanwhile running away, but then Pixie with a wild charge onto that Grok. Nice kill coming in forward. Kimi meanwhile gets another kill. It looks like Cleopatra wants to take the saving grace, the redemption kill over the rest of the members, but it's not enough. This is SFI's lot.
Oh my goodness. You gotta like how these 2 tank support communicated their sequence of skills. Like, if the Kaja is about to go down, here, hi, I'm the Grok, I'm gonna support you. And there you go, well protected. Kimi at the same time, and they got the Lord.
You know what's scary about this lineup? You have that all-star lineup, A to S tier heroes. They're just coming in, they're just going in, and just 1 kill, they can just follow up instantly, fluidly and smoothly, and then proceeding to the objectives.
Oh my goodness. It is now a 9k gold lead in favor of the blue side. Team SFI, Divine Judgment once more connected. Harmony just went down.
It's going to be 4 versus 5. Vixens right now, they have to defend the base. They're all turtle up right here. Split pushing is definitely in the way of SFI.
They're managing all of their lanes right now. The Lord is going to walk towards the bottom lane. Definitely the red team can see that happening already. What can they do? Pixie with a cover up. Free hit for the Kimi at the same time.
Oh, look at that. The rest of the members of Vixens are in trouble. Violet Queen is made it good, but it's not enough. The damage is unsustainable by this Guinevere. And the rest of the members of SFI, they're just going to go push forward here. Nice hook over here. Allied by Guinevere and Misita. as Team SFI, they will lose one member. They're just going to focus on to split pushing. They have the lot. This is their 6th man down the road. Selena gets the kill on the top lane for Harif. I'm not sure why Harif's going there because of split pushing, but again, you have to be careful not to lose too many members down the clock.
And there you go. The Lord is still up. Not enough damage for the red team to actually take that Lord down yet. Abyssal Arrow won't connect. You know what? This is the hard thing when you got a Selena. You gotta depend on this arrow connecting. If it failed, then it's a lost potential for a team fight. And you gotta wait for another cooldown for that to settle down and to happen, for that to happen again.
Even worse, if the Selena Abyssal Arrow misses, this is an opportunity for SFI, the opposing team, to just come in and start your own fight.
Definitely, yes. And now we can actually already say that SFI is dominating the match right now at 11-minute game time, since they got a map control, they got the Lord, you know, they got the position that they want to. But Caramel has to be be very careful, because we know that still she's squishy. Probably she has to avoid the arrow as well as the hook coming out from Mizita.
She's squishy, but she's really pain right now. She's like 4 levels above Seiko and Shiro.
A lot more catching up to do by the red team, and you know what they can farm just right now are the minions going towards their base. They cannot come out. This is happy death time for them.
She's not even suffering a single death. That's great positioning coming in from Caramel.
Yeah, 5-0-3. Look at that.
Wow. I mean, you know, SFI, I know that they are undefeated in their own nation, but again, you can see how aggressive they are, having the S to A tier heroes. It's so dominating at the moment. They're just controlling lanes. It's just making their base
Divine
as
Judgment once more. One more kill going on to the blue side. Abyssal Arrow did connect, but you know, Pixie is actually there.
Vixens over here managed to hook up the one players, and this is a chance for Team Vixen to come on board. They're gonna try to punish the SFI. SFI overstayed down here, and Mrs. say, no, Kaya, you're not gonna go away. I'm gonna kill you. Selena, the queen, the assassin, just assassinates down here. But then again, a triple kill, skibbity bop bop, onto Selena. It's a team wipe.
This is the hope for the red team, Team Venus Vixens, and you look at that. They actually wiped out SFI on that part. But what can we do now?
The Lord.
What can we do now?
They take the Lord though.
I wonder though, but well, there are more turrets available for them to take down, and as soon as probably they take down 1 or 2 turrets, that's gonna give them a lot of gold that they can catch up to. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. They could have taken an objective in here.
Oh man, I just feel that it's a little bit of a pity that Team Vixens, they're not going to take any turrets from here. It's a bit tough though, because right now the lot is open. They couldn't take the lot because they don't have enough. The timer for the lot was still pretty long. And SFI, this is like a win for them. Even they got a team wipe, but again, no objectives taken. No lot taken.
Wow. And the death timers are not that heavy yet, so they were able to come back alive to, you know, get back into shape and to try to win a fight. So I think what happened in that last fight is that probably the aggressiveness that the Guinevere did against Caramel, the Kimi, you know, they have to really focus fire on the Kimi. But this time, Lord easily taken by the blue teams. And look at what's this happening on the other side part of the map.
I mean, SFI, they have so much firepower. They were the first to get farmed up, buffed up, and power spike just coming in and go. And this Lord, the Luminous Lord, will be very, very painful here. It looks like the rest of the members are just trying to split push top and middle.
Whoa, is this gonna be it? I wonder if the red team, Team Venus Vixens, will be able to manage to do the wipe out that they did a while ago.
They need a huge defense.
Definitely. They just got 1 inhibitor turret left on the top. And everyone's split pushing in here. On the bottom side part of the map, you can see the Lord is there already. They need a good initiate on this one. They got to make that Abyssal Arrow connect, so as the hook coming up from this Minzithar.
Now the time is getting harder for them. Now looks like the Lord going to push in here. It looks like Team SFI, they look like they're going to try to checkmate this game. The Lord is still healthy, and the rest of the members are getting stunned down. Bison, they want to do their best to cover this one, but it's not enough. Lord is still alive, and it's going to be game 1 for SFI with the Lord.
Wow. They just need one more win to get the 3 points for this group stage that we have right now for day 1. But then again, there's still hope for Team Venus Vixens to catch up in terms of points on a round 2 later on. But let's take a look at the results we have. MVP, obviously, Caramel. We can see some great positioning that she did a while ago. And apart from that, I guess overall from the team, we gotta commend the tank support as well. Really good timing on the covers as well as the sequence of skills that they threw out all over the tournament. Probably there was just a little bit of miscommunication that happened a while ago wherein the Grok was in the mid lane together with, I think that was the Harriet. Then the Leomard thinking about, like, should I go in or out? But apparently Leomard backed away and that actually punished the Harriet as well as the Grok. But overall, SFI did a good teamwork on that game 1.
Yeah, I do agree as well. I mean, SFI, one thing they did right was taking early objectives. They managed to take so much map control coming in forward. I mean, Vixen, they tried their best. They tried their really best. They defended really well. They managed to get a team-wide, managed to defend their base. But again, you don't have map control. You don't have objectives. It's really hard to stay ahead in the game. They tried to come back. They tried to press the nitros of the car. Just imagine you're driving a car all the way to nitros until the nitros gas ran out.
Yeah.
So that was the only part that I feel like if the early game they could dominate earlier, I think they might stand a chance to win this game 1.
So I have a question though. Maybe what can Venus Vixens do on the second game? Should they ban out? Should they ban the Kimi out and other meta heroes? We just got 3 bans. You've got to break the rotation and the team composition. This is an all-star, just like you have mentioned. They gotta break that out.
I think for them is trying to find the right fit. If you couldn't get S to A tier heroes, then find those you can counter with. I feel like, Misita, he was doing a great job just hooking down people.
Yeah.
Selena just finish out with the kills, and of course the rest of the members just support them left and right. But again, you have so many A to S tier heroes that they focus on objective first, and that's what SFI did really well. Going with the objective, yes, we trade off 1 killer to each, but again, turrets-wise, they are just winning the fight.
Yes, and I think that's it so far for our analysis for that game 1. I guess we're gonna head on to a short break for the meantime before we head on to our round 2. A wall, this Grok cannot get stunned or any crowd can take any crowd control effects, so that is really something. One of the things that Team Venus Vixens has to avoid.
Yeah, I do agree on that. The Grok just gave so much spacing for their team and just caused so much chaos in that one space. Now, Hiram will be banned out again by Team SFI this time around. Yes, this time around they're not going to give it to, of course, Vixens because, again, he's been proving so impactful even though with all the multiple bans by Moonton.
Cool, a lot of respect bans in here for our game 2, and this will open up those other heroes that got banned on round 1, just like the Esmeralda that we've seen getting banned not only for today so far, but across this national tournaments that happen in their own countries. So I wonder if they will allow that Esmeralda. Okay, there you go. Esmeralda's available for picking. I wonder if they will prioritize this one, and there you go.
Definitely. I mean, Esmeralda, S-tier hero. I mean, she doesn't play as a tank, but she's more towards that mage shield damage dealer. And, leaving Esmeralda outside just shows that SFI, they have a plan in mind. They say, hey, you know what? We already won game 1. And again, we want to experiment. How do we counter this Esmeralda? So let's just give it up to Vixens a bit, and maybe they can make things happen.
2 heroes in here will be secured immediately by Team SFI. Getting that Chu. We don't know yet if this is going to be a tank or a fighter Chu. But in most cases that we've seen so far in nationals of each countries, we will see a fighter Chu. But this is a type of hero that will give you like more things to think of for your team. Like, okay, they got the Chu. I wonder if this is going to be a tank Chu or a fighter Chu. Now, we have to be very careful on the next heroes that we're gonna pick because we might not be able to counter that one out yet because it can adjust its role.
So it looks like Cloud and Minotaur will be selected. And speaking back of Chow, do you know that Chow can play not only fighter, not only tank, he can play an assassin and the support Chow. So literally,
overall,
out of the 6 roles, he couldn't play mage and marksman.
Mix and match. So
Wow.
mind games for Venus Vixens this time. They have secured the Claude though, and immediately look what SFI did here. They picked a marksman right away. Although Venus Vixens already picked a marksman. This just says something about what they're planning to do. A part of their strategy, they're not giving too much information to Venus Vixens.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's also a good move because if they don't choose a marksman, if they rather focus on another off-laning tank, then the marksman pool is going to get destroyed or at least rock down to at least a list of heroes. If let's say carry gets banned, you only have Kimi. Other than that, Hanabi, you don't want to use Hanabi because Hanabi gets counted so many times. And whenever we turn back coming in from Vixens itself, again, tanks-wise, we have a lot of tanks in the pool. I think, this is the way they put it. And Chow can affect the tank.
What do you say about this Minotaur ban, though, on the side of SFI? Did they ban this out in respect to what Venus Vixens showed from Game 1? Or is this a ban probably just to probably, make a hero available?
I think it's more of an out of respect ban. I feel like Minotaur was doing works or wonders at the time. A lot of the great hooks were connected, and there were a lot of follow-ups in terms of that defense coming in from Vixen. So looks like Gushin will be selected. Your favorite hero, I think. One of your countrymen's favorite heroes.
Yes, but probably we know that if this kind of assassin gets picked, you know who is the main target of this Gushin. It's definitely gonna be the Claude. We know that the Claude is very mobile hero, and so as this Gushin can definitely chase that Claude.
Yep. I do agree on that. I feel like there's a lot of varieties that Gushin can play here. But it looks like Team Vixen, they are a bit, a little bit much more prepared. They're going to get the Hellcat on board, perhaps to counter this Gushin and alongside Leomon. And Arkai finally making his appearance over here. It's a very surprise pick. I know Arkai is a very versatile tank hero. You can normally play him as the position 1 of the tank. And there's so many tanks out there that could initiate, could deal damage, and could sustain. It's good to see Arkai coming back again.
I'm so excited what kind of initiation and setup these two teams can do for us in our game too. But this time, I guess it's going to be harder for me to pick which lineup I like best because now this is different story.
I mean...
How about you?
I'm going to give it up to Vixens. I mean, Vixen right there has Esmeralda. And then there's so many heroes that they have in their picks. It's way better than the pocket picks that they tried out early on in Game 1. But at the same time, don't underestimate SFI. There's a reason why they let the Esmeralda out in the first place.
And still, I wonder if SFI will be able to secure their so far no loss since their nationals.
10-0 right now.
Yeah, 10-0 so far. I wonder if they're going to make it 11-0. But we're heading on to our battlefield. Let's do a quick... Okay, we got a little bit of pause.
I like it when you said, let's do a quick... Oh, wait. There's a pause coming in. Jang. We
got a pause as well.
Yep.
But yeah, I guess anyway, although we are here on the pause, we anyway can see all of the heroes that these heroes has picked. So most probably we can do a quick rundown of all of the heroes. So for the side of the blue team, we have here, that's actually Venus Vixens. We have Cleopatra for Esmeralda, Seiko for Claude, Harmony for Minotaur, Shiro for this Hellcat, and Royal Blamer for Leomord.
Yeah,
I got it correct.
Finally.
Blamer. All right.
Blamer, right? Not Beamer.
Yeah, or Lamer.
Lamer. And of course for Team SFI, Lamia onto the Arkai, Lele onto the Chow. We have SY onto the carry as well, Caramel onto the Gushin, and Pixie with the Kaya. It looks like they're going to go in with a slower pace this time around because you don't have those A to S tier heroes, and they will try their very best to do standard rotations, clearing up the lanes, getting the buffs, try to hit that level 4 first before ganking onto your opponents.
One thing you can notice in here, something different from the Game 1 that we saw a while ago, is that no one actually went for an aggressive play on even if they're just on level 1 or level 2. Everyone's just minding their own business in their own jungles, and yeah, nothing aggressive. They're playing it safe for the meantime.
Playing safe is the way to go. Shiro, meanwhile, off-laning alone here. He has to be very careful because if he doesn't have the level 4 yet, he doesn't have the time to pop out the Dark Knight Falls. He couldn't run away, and Kaya and Gushin are there. That's like an instant execution if both of them manage to land their skills.
Oh, someone's rotating on the other side part of the map, but this time someone is actually getting this is a really good cut of Creep Wave by Lili.
Great proxy coming in from that Chow itself. And SFI, they seems like they're going to go in for the kill. It looks like Cleopatra will be the one who gets the first blood over here from Gushin. And now the rest of the members of FSI, they did their job. They got the first blood, and they will fall back into your respective lanes.
And look at that. It was actually this Esmeralda going down for the side of Team Venus Vixens. And that's actually a bad report. But this time, Royal Blamer onto the top part of the map. Oh, Minotaur getting that Divine Judgment.
Oh, Harmony!
Out.
The Minotaur.
Unfortunately, will not survive.
Ouch. I mean, Minotaur wanting to come in here just to support this Leo mod. But again, there were not one, not two, not three, but there were 4 members of Team SFI and take down the bull instantly.
Yes, and there we go. We got a turtle being taken down by the red team now. Real good zoning out being prepared by the Akai as well as the Kaja. Look at that discussion just free hitting this turtle right now, but the Hellcurt probably hiding somewhere. Not gonna say.
Can he steal? No, it will not be as Gushin gets the turtle and Chow comes in with the punch as Esmeralda and Leomon follow up. There will be a 3 kill coming in from Vixens, and Vixens right now, they are doing it really well despite not getting the turtle.
Yes, they're balancing things out, but this actually happened. Something's like pretty similar happening right now. Just like from our game 1, you can see their marksman, their carry is just not joining the team fight so far. Probably they're you can see the carry just focusing on the top lane. Meantime, although the rest of the members are actually going for other objectives. Multitasking is something that you also have to consider in your rotation. And this is something I think Team SFI has in their pocket. But just like what you have said a while ago, we have to give a benefit of that, especially that Team Venus Vixens has a really good overall team composition now.
Yep, and I think this is not something that you can take lightly. You know, again, Vixen, they have a better drafting this time around. They have better heroes to somewhat compete against SFI. And don't forget, SFI, they managed to do a lot of over-aggressive plays, and it cost them dearly, especially with the wipeout in Game 1.
I like how the red team is planning to bully the bottom lane part of the map, but Harmony is actually there just right in time to cover up for the Hellcurt.
So Dark Knight Falls able to create some spacing for their team, you know, just avoiding any gank up from the bottom lane. But you can see how SFI is so disciplined. Look at the rotations from the top, from the middle, from the bottom. Everyone is just everywhere apart.
Oh, but it looks like something is happening in the bottom lane part of the map. Oh, they actually backed away. Chu probably saw that, you know, these are 2 members and it wasn't a Kai. Oh, but on the top lane, looks like something bad is gonna happen.
Looks like something bad is going to happen. Panda Warrior Akai with the Hurricane Dance and is going to lock down this Leomon. GG to Leomon for the time being. 4 heroes in the top lane. And now the rest of the members of Team Vixen, they're actually going to rotate on top. And looks like the fight comes in here. Minotaur with the Minotaur carry. Another 1 kill over here. As Esmeralda pushes forward, Akai wanting to run away to safety as SY. They say, you know what, we have to bail out. There is no point of fighting this fight.
Yeah, although we saw that happening, you can see everything is still pretty balanced. 4-4 in terms of kill score right now, and the gold is not that much of a lead onto the red side. But I think, you know what, so far the blue team is doing so well as well, but it seems like they're hesitating on some parts of the clashes.
Meanwhile, Hellcurt 101
Whoa,
on the bottom lane. Make it 4 versus 2.
Minotaur is there. Minoan Fury didn't catch up anyone, unfortunately. Just the Gushin right on time and trying to back away, but they got a position somehow onto the turtle side. But oh, this is something that I think something about Venus Vixen's rotation so far. There you go, Clock of Destiny onto Caramel. Of course, will give more sustain and damage for her as well.
The Calamity Reaper onto Cleopatra for the damage again. You know, there's a lot of things with these heroes. This time around, they're playing a little bit slower pace. They're just going to choose their targets. And this time around, even despite playing slowly, 5 minutes down the clock, no turrets have been taken.
Yes, and you can see how they're planning to bully this lone Hellcurt in the bottom lane part of the map. Backup incoming from the Minotaur. Oh, a flicker in just to Divine Judgment.
Divine Judgment does come in, but then where's the follow-up? It looks like Hellcurt will have the last laugh. Despite with the Divine Judgment, the Kakaya, he will able to slay one down, and Pixie will be the next one to fall. Team SFI, a little bit of a miscommunication, a little bit of a misplay. They will lose 2 members where they want to try to gank.
A flicker flicker in under a turret. That was way too aggressive, and they actually paid for his life because of that. This is giving them so much pace on getting an objective, but meanwhile, something's happening onto the top lane.
Lamia with the nice hurricane dance over there as SY slicing and dicing with the of course, the shurikens. Will Royal be able to take care of this turret? No. She's unable to defend.
Yeah, gonna be able to defend, but it seems like they're gonna get one turret on the bottom lane part of the map. But unfortunately, that didn't allow. But in here, we got this Minoan Fury, 2-man knock up.
2-man knock up indeed, but then again, no follow up from Team Vixens. Vixens, they are in a little bit of a misposition. None of them could try to follow up. If that Minoan Fury is able to hit down at least of these 3 heroes, the rest of the members coming in on right time, they are able to at least kill both of them.
Oh, there you go. You can see Hellcurt as well as Chu just playing onto the bottom lane part map. This turret is gonna go down. Focus fire the turret, and there you go. 1v1 situation.
Lele trying to find a way. Flicker over here. Shiro running for his dear life. Going left and right. But then Chow says, no, no, no. You are not going anywhere, Hellcurt. Sit down on your ground. And then, of course, they will kill you out.
That kick. The Hellcart's gonna go down, but a middle lane turret in favor of the blue side. Team Venus Vixen is still catching up. They actually on a little bit of lead right now.
A little bit of lead, but again, both teams are almost equal. They both have 2 turrets. They both have equal objectives. This is a closer game, it seems.
Really close right now. But you can see patience and rotation by Team SFI so far is somehow still winning and paying off for them. Just like what I mentioned a while ago, the blue team Venus Vixens has the capability to go for team fights. They're winning clashes because of their composition and skills as well. But some parts, there's a little bit of hesitation.
I think again, this is just experimental feature coming in from SFI. You know, giving them Esmeralda, they definitely want to try things out. But again, Vixen most likely gonna pay for them for that costly pick. And again, you have to see how Vixen plays it.
Carry on the top, get that Cleopatra, but it's zoned out by Lamia, allowing them to get one more kill in favor of SFI, and they got the control over the Lord area right now. I wonder if they're gonna go for that.
I think they
I
are
wonder. We cannot see and we cannot say.
I am not sure what's going on right here, but then yes, they will. They spotted out the sounds of the Lord being harassed over here as a Royal. I mean, this time around, all of the rest of the members of Vixen, they are trying to find that way. And if they miss out Cleopatra, I think she has Retribution, if I'm not mistaken, the skill. I think she does have the spell of Retribution, so if she's out, the rest of the members can actually go in for the Lord. There's no... Basically, this is just basic common sense coming in here.
Yes. Meanwhile, oh, gotta be very careful on overextending. A knock-up. Harmony will fall down.
Nice pick coming in from SFI. Again, SFI just
Divine Judgment once more.
Divine Judgment did not connect, but then it looks like Carrie's gonna get a kill. Leo coming out here as well as Cleopatra comes in with a kill, and Gusher gets another kill down below. It looks like it's gonna be a team wipe out.
A wipeout ended, and it actually happened when Harmony got caught off guard. Overextending plus the Divine Judgment did actually help. If not for the Divine Judgment crowd control itself, the magic damage that this Ring of Order can deal.
And you know what's the most scary part? SFI was actually playing in their middle turret. And that's a tier 1 turret. Still deals a lot of damage if, of course, supporting or locking down the one of the heroes. But SFI, they came out unscratched.
Yes, indeed. And they even got the Lord, which is walking towards the bottom lane part right now. There's still hope for Venus Vixens, though. You know, they have to wait for this Claude to go online. And probably right timing. Harmony, oh, there you go. Have to flicker out. This Claude is...
No choice. I mean,
no choice,
again, there's so much damage coming in already for SFI. SFI is now with a huge goal lead. And the Lord, Shiro, he's trying to solo it.
Shiro, being a hero.
I like that, I like
rhymes,
that.
That
rhymes indeed.
But there you go.
Looks like SY is actually getting harassed by the cloud, and both of them are managed to stay alive out of them. Again, objectives is the key for Team SFI. SFI trying to get as many turrets as possible. As you can see, the fight comes in. The Lord is still healthily strong.
This is a level 11 Claude compared to a level 13 carry. You can see how the Claude attempted to get that carry a while ago on the top lane, but unfortunately the damage is not enough. If not for that, probably she would have taken that carry. But meanwhile, they gotta play defensively on this situation right now. That the map control is now in the hands of the red team SFI.
This is where you don't want to give SFI so much breathing space, so much map control. It looks like there's a stun coming in for Lele. Chao trying to run away for his dear life, but then Gasha will get the cover skill onto here. Minotaur will kill off Chao, the Karate Kid, and now Vixen. They want to punish down these people, but do they have enough firepower? It looks like Cloud will be getting off the kill as carry as well. Trade kills coming in. 3 versus 2.
It is a good free hit by the Claude on that part of the map. Probably it is a good zoning out by the Leomord as well, not allowing the Gushan to take that Claude. So, but this time, SFI has to play aggressive now that they got an opportunity to clear off the waves because they got the advantage. Oh, there you go! Mega kills gonna go to Caramel.
Caramel, what a bait and switch moment over there. SY still alive, still doing a lot of damage before falling down and getting shut down by Cloud. Meanwhile, Pixie, Divine Judgment, Caramel, where are you? Yes, I'm there over here with the slice and dice by the Prince of Daggers. So much skirmishes coming in one single play.
And that was a little bit of a random, like, Gush. She got Shiro, which is a Hellcurt, and a good target at the same time, very squishy. And what can Team Venus Vixens do in this situation right now? They have, I think, for me, they have to be very patient now and give more free hits for the Claude, just like what they did a while ago. Probably the Leomord zoning out the Gushan to not allow this assassin to dive in onto that Claude.
I mean, right now, Vixen can only force a great team fight. Do the same thing like what you did in game 1. But again, you have those heroes that could bring the fight to them. Cleopatra, meanwhile, will get an off-kill death, off-camera death outside here by both Kaya and Gushan. Those two combo-wombo situations is just so deadly.
Okay, I think this time we can say that the one tank support setup by Team Venus Vixen seems to be not working out so well because, you know, the wrestler damagers and harmonies is actually having a hard time to tank all of the damage that is actually coming out from the red team, Team SFI.
I just feel like Esmeralda just going into that lane without any support is just a little bit questionable. I mean, the spacing already is for SFI to keep, so you're definitely get ganked if you're not careful enough or you don't have that awareness.
Because Harmony on Minotaur having to protect the Claude, now who's gonna protect the other carries, just like Cleopatra. Now Cleopatra has 5 deaths and it has, made her suffer.
Looks like...
In here, no one Fury for this Chu, but Chu will be able to back away. I think that was, I don't know, like they could have like potentially take that opportunity to take that overextending Chu, but unfortunately they weren't able to do so.
Weren't able to do so as the Lord will be taken down by Team SFI one more time. Again, this team is on the roll. A lot of great rotations, a lot of good spacing, a lot of those potential kills, despite, however, early on being a little bit rusty.
Yeah, again, I gotta repeat, hesitation, I think, is something that is holding back Venus Vixens in here. Sometimes we would see the opening that they can go for, but they're not going for it.
So it looks like Carrie picks up the Immortality, and of course Gushan picking up the Divine Glaive. That's going to increase.
Oh, the waves looking so good in favor of Team SFI this time. All of the lanes, the top, mid, and bottom lane. Plus, they got a 6th man in here, the Lord.
The Lord will make his presence over here, the almighty Lord. He's just charging it forward. It looks like SFI, they're going to put the nail into the coffin. But again, they started off as Shiro, trying to be the hero, going in with the Dark Knight Falls. That's a nice Meonian Fury, pushing on to Harmony. But then again, the follow-up is not that. Gushan, the Prince of Daggers, will get the first blood. The rest of the members will trade kill as well. Esmeralda will get a double kill onto this. And the whole team got wiped out by SFI. This is a triple kill coming in from Leomord. It's a great defense.
Definitely, and this time you cannot blame Royal Blamer as he gets a triple kill onto that last fight. Now you can see the blue team has to take opportunity and objective while the members of SFI are down. You know, the death timers are not that heavy and they gotta take this chance.
One lane is just
Please.
all they need to take. They have the
Yes.
minion wave, they have Seiko. Seiko just putting the KO onto that turret.
Oh.
Blazing duet onto minions. They
Have to
really
back
want to
away.
end it. They really need to end this game right
Carry
now.
is about to come in
Oh.
and defend this inhibitor turret in the middle lane, but
Oh, yeah,
oh.
it's enough. That's it. That's
The-
only one.
That's the Winion taking down that inhibitor turret in the mid, and this is good news for Venus Vixens. They're now getting that hope that they want and the damage that they need from the Claude.
The Cloud is just on fire right
On
there.
fire.
It's also the good minion waves as well. I mean, the minion waves are able
Actually,
to tank.
Look
and
at the
you just do it like that.
participation level of Seiko in here. 12 assists, that's okay.
Yep.
12 assists plus 2 kills, 14 over 15.
Yeah.
That's something. And you can see him already online. You can say, well, just one more item and Claude is complete with all of the equipments that he need. But this time they gotta be careful because they're lacking turrets. They just got one inhibitor turret on their defense side.
Yep.
What can they do? Probably good initiate once more. Harmony getting that needed Minoan Fury right on spot. Patience test this time.
There's a lot of patience coming in from Team Vixen, and as of course, same thing goes to SFI. So SFI, they're just going to play the clock, just waiting for that third lot to respawn. If they can get a split push, they'll be fine, but it's not a risk that they will take. SFI playing that objective mindset, just trying to find in here.
Oh,
But
there
then,
you go.
Shiro, what are you doing over there? He got caught down for 4 members of SFI.
Oh, yeah, that's the kind of overextension that you want to avoid, especially if you're a squishy target. You would want the tank to just do that face check instead of you. As an assassin, a very squishy one, and you know they gotta wait for the cooldown. They gotta wait for Shiro to go back up again. But you know, 14 seconds. The Lord is gonna go up once more. This is a level 2 Lord. Will be more tankier and you know can deal more damage.
I mean, this
Lord,
is
resurrecting
definitely is
soon.
going to be SFI. I mean, SFI, if they don't take this lot right now, this is going to be a lose or a window opportunity that's going to be shut down later onwards. Because again, you don't forget about Shiro's ultimate. The Dark Knight Falls gives so much advantage, so much vision to his team. And again, this is the play style. Now, Vixen, what is their choice? What is their next move?
Might be late for them to try to attempt to steal that. They're way too far. Face check for these 2 high HP bar tanks, and I don't know. They could try to no, just very risky, and at the same time, the timing is a little bit wrong in terms of like. You know, the death timer for Shiro is just still way too long compared to the appearance of that Lord. And the damage for carry is already there. What they can do is just like probably what happened a while ago.
Correct. I mean, they have to defend not 5 but 6 members. Level 3 Lord, definitely more painful this time around. The Lord is just going to go through straight into the Nexus base in the mid lane unless they can find some way to bait the Lord to move to top or bottom. By this time,
getting this buff at the same time for a Gushin.
they're just denying that as much as possible.
Yeah, will this be it? I wonder. Will they take 3 points away from Team Venus Vixens? The Lord is quite tanky. And we have to wait for a setup. The Rage is almost there, but just right in time. As if I will back away when they see this Rage bar up for the Minotaur. And they're gonna wait for more Rage. There you go, and engage.
The Rage just come in, the Mjolnir Fury comes in, but Pixie is gonna get harassed left and right. Leomod comes in with the Phantom Steed. No skirmish just yet at the moment. Everybody's just poking one another. The tanks need to start something. The tanks are the initiators, at the very least, to start the fight. The top lane, however, for Team SFI, but Gushin gets the kill onto Helken, and Cleopatra seems like she's going to be in a lot of trouble. Immortality does pop up over here as the rest of the members of them will trade this left and right. CKO very, very low. Harmony will get popped out on the Immortality as well, but then look at that Chow is there
the
to slay down, and the minions.
The Winions are hitting the base, and let's see if Team Venus Vixens will defend. Unfortunately, it is not enough.
Not going to be enough. Wow.
Wow. SFI is still unbeatable since they're nationals. And Karma, look at that 10-7 score.
What a game coming in for Caramel. Caramel being the MVP, but of course you have to give credit to all the rest of the members. Again, as SFI, this is the team that if everybody's watching right now, they need to learn how to play. They need to study them because the rotations, the objectives.
Unbeatable. Oh my goodness, but we gotta commend still Venus Vixens as well for doing a great job onto this round 2. I guess what they just have to remove was the hesitations, and for every window or opening that they have, they gotta communicate a little bit more better to, you know, to decide, are we all gonna engage or are we gonna back away? Are we gonna take this opportunity wherein the Chu is actually overextending? But sometimes, yeah, I guess the main source of, you know, I think it was the hesitation. Gotta repeat on that.
I feel like Vixens, they have a better draft this time around. They have so many tools in here. They even managed to get another team wipe out.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken. But again, doors are just open for them. You know, the spacing wasn't well. They don't have map awareness, map control, and a lot of their heroes just tend to get picked off so easily. We did see Esmeralda, we did see Hellcat getting killed left and right. So it's very, very hard for them to cooperate, you know, just coming back together to defend that base properly. And unfortunately, like you said, inhibitor turrets are all taken down already. The Lord being the 6th man, a stronger Lord this time around, just coming in, smacking down that Nexus base, and it's all over.